Politics have entered a new stage, the television stage. Instead of long-winded public debates, the people want caps or slogans. Time for a change, the mess in Washington, more bang for a buck, punchlines and glamour.
Think you underestimate the respect which people
Respect? Did you ever hear of anyone buying any product, beer, hair rinse, tissue, because they respect it? You gotta be loved, man. Loved.
So I think what we'll do, most of you know most of the people around the room, but I'm going to start with our vice president. Where's our vice president? Our vice president. There he is.
This whole country just like my flock of sheep. Rednecks, crackers, hillbillies, housefrows, shut-ins, pea pickers. Everybody that's got to jump when somebody else blows the whistle. They're mine. I own them. They think like I do.
Thank you, Mr. President, and just the greatest privilege of my life is to serve as Vice President to a President who's keeping his word to the American people and assembling a team that's bringing real change, real prosperity, and real strength back to our nation.
Only they're even more stupid than I am, so I gotta think for him.
I say one thing for him, he's got the courage of his ignorance. I've been writing a book about, I call it Demagogue and Denim.
You have only one flaw, the way you've begun to suddenly shoot out of control. And you're beginning to antagonize the press. You're great.
Get me a whole bunch of colorful country-looking characters all sitting around, listening to Lonesome Road sound off about everything from the price of popcorn to the hydrogen bomb. I'm not just an entertainer. I'm an influence, a wielder of opinion, a force. A force.
Mr. President, I'm privileged to be here, deeply honored, and I want to thank you for keeping your commitment to the American workers.
You know, boys, what really bugs me about our Limey cousins is the way they keep on trying to act like a first-class outfit when their store is having to close up its branches all over the world.
He's getting more global every minute.
President, what an incredible honor it is to lead the Department of Health and Human Services at this pivotal time under your leadership. I can't thank you enough for the privilege that you've given me and the leadership that you've shown.
You're off.
Glad that's over. I'm gonna start shooting people instead of ducks.
They say I have the most loyal people. Did you ever see that? Where I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay?
Oh, if they ever heard the way that psycho really talks.
Sure, I got 'em like this. You know what the public's like. A cage full of guinea pigs. Good night, you stupid idiot. Good night, you miserable slob. There are a lot of trained seals. I toss them a dead fish and they'll flap their flippers.
He's a monster. I'm gonna call the station and give him a piece of my mind.
Well, thanks you, Jack.
I knew he'd open his big yap once too often and blow my 3Gs.
Mr. Macy, I can hardly believe it's the same Lonesome Roads.
It is, only this time his personality finally came through.
I want to thank you for getting this country moving again and also working again.
Federal Broadcasting Network, that line is busy.
Well, you can just tell him from me that I'll never listen to his filthy program again.
Board's burning up. What'd he say?
I don't know, but it must have been a whopper.
So we're slobs, are we? Well, you can tell Lonesome Road for me.
I said, are we paying your network $100,000 an hour to build up our business, or destroy it? But to keep this candle from rubbing off on Vitajacks. I mean, disassociate ourselves.
All of a sudden, I'm poisoned. You're gonna love me. Say you're gonna love me. Say you're gonna love me. Hey, what's your name? Francis. Francis, you're gonna love me. Francis, you're gonna love me. Get out. Get out. Get out, you dressed up black monkey. You turn my stomach. Get out. In a time of crisis, who else could rally the people like Lonesome Roads? Who else could move the people to action like Lonesome Roads? You are looking at America's answer to the crying need for national.
He likes lots of applause.
Beat it! Lonesome Roads is the people. The people is Lonesome Roads. Beat it! Let me hear it more. Yeah, yeah.
On behalf of the entire senior staff around you, Mr. President, we thank you for the opportunity and the blessing that you've given us to serve your agenda and the American people, and we're continuing to work very hard every day to accomplish.
This is a team you've assembled that's working hand in glove for the betterment of America, and I want to thank you for that. These are great team members, and
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Press. Thank you, Press.